Hello, this is part 3, the reassembly video. Super lube, a tech's best friend. Just lightly lube up the piston heads. Just wiping any excess right off on the heads, on top of the sorbo heads. Next, you're going to want to align the pistons and the cylinder up, and the reason how you do that is this is straight, and then there's a little fin right here that is down. And you just, whoops, wrong way, I'm sorry. That's how you do it. Plow. They're in there like that. Get the gearbox, or gear shell, whatever you want to call it. And you're going to take the whole assembly and put it in sideways like this first, so the piston arm and piston assembly falls right in there like that. And then like that, you're going to get your little spring that went with it. Flathead screwdriver. Put your finger over, because this thing's going to want to pop out, because there's a little notch in there that this whole thing, this spring, fits into. So you're going to want to put your finger over that and then push it over, and then it's in. And then push the cylinder and the piston head assembly back in like this. Next, you're going to get the feeder, well, shit, I don't know what to call this. Clean that up. You're going to stick it in here like this, in between the two nozzles, and there's a little slot for this to put right in, or to fit right in there. You're going to do that, and then push it right in. That's in there. Probably wondering about this. Well, this is the feeding arm, and it's got, I shimmed that also. And as you can see, this heavy spring goes right on, right there. And it's going to go in between this little slot right here also. That's for when you take it off. It's a big one. You go like that, and then push that in there like this. And then you're going to want to bring this here to the, it's a little harder than it seems, and show people, huh? Should fit in there like that, and that's the way it's supposed to swing. Okay, next, trigger. And then you're going to want to have this piece, it's going to fit in between like this. That's where this spring needs to sit right there, that notch. It's going to go right here, like this. Oh, cool, alright. Next piece you're going to get is this right here. And this is going to go in this little notch right here, like that. And it's going to, this fin here is going to be resting before that. Oh God, I hope this does not sound incoherent. This piece right here, if it fell out, is going to go right there. Now don't worry when you have to do this, okay? Because the trick is to actually, when you put the spring in, this is where you need this. But you're going to put this right here, right there, like that. And you get your spring, and you're going to be putting it in like this. And you're going to be kind of needing to be holding this down too, because this is a very tight spring. It looks like I need a new spring guide actually. You want to hold that down like this, and there's going to be a little notch. These spring guides have these two little fins here. There's going to be a notch on the side right here that you're going to need to put right here. And this is the tricky part here. See this? It's not supposed to be like this. What you're going to need to do is hold that like that and make sure the spring is over this part right here. This is the most important part, is that right there, those two springs. One of them needs to be right there on the trigger guard and the other one needs to be right up there. Now it's not going to stay there, so what you're going to need to do is just hold it right there like that and then push in the spring. And like that also. And then this little stupid thing here has a little fin like that also. What you're going to want to do is push it in, the spring in. There we go. Oh, you son of a bitch. Put you backwards. Yeah. This part's a little tricky also. That's the sorbo pad. Push the heads out a little bit. And there's not too much. And if it doesn't pop in, it's probably most likely the spring guide right here on the side, and you just need to push it out, and then there, it'll pop back in. Now don't screw everything in, screw the bottom, the back ones in first. Because you're not going to want to forget the shell door. But you can do that right now, because trying to do it any other way, it's not going to work. So you have your shell door and that little hinge spring. You're going to want to get the little side right here, and there's going to be a tiny little hole in there. You're going to want to put that like that, and then get the door, put that in there, and it's going to line up with the other little protrusion part of the hinge spring, and then you're just going to lift up right there, pop it in, and push back on this, close the door, and then screw this one in. There's that part. Now you're going to want to take the arms and line them up with the little legs right there. Now you're going to be figuring out, why isn't that lining up? So that's all right. Don't worry about that yet. Now you're going to want to put this one in here like this. You're going to want to push this back a little bit, and then it should just pop right in like that. Take your flathead, push down on the feeding arm, and they should drop right in like that. There you go. That's good. Now you're going to take your assembly here, the lower assembly, and you're going to slide it right in here, right along these little grooves, right back into that. And you're going to want to line up the bottom two with these two holes. Now you can either do the, you're going to have to hold these by the way. You can either do these right here or the arm screws, the pump screws. I like to do the pump screws first. So that way I don't have to keep holding it. Now you have a couple different screws here that you can choose from. Remember, the big ones are the ones you do not want. There's going to be a smaller screw. These are the big ones, and then you're going to have this smaller one here. It's even smaller in diameter too. Those are the ones you want. I just put it every other one on here. So I'm going to put one on here and then the one on the other side. Like I said, if you don't put them both in the same spots here, I usually just put them on the opposite side so they have support. Oh, sorry, it's going to be another part 2-ish. Thank you very much.